It is a perfect spring day in Paris, and it is so long awaited.
Anywhere you go, give it on.
Hello, my lovelies. I hope you're having a beautiful day. The last few months have been a bit of a tunnel, and I am now coming through the other side. The sun is out, the flowers are blooming. Paris has come alive. Just even in the last week, I went into the grocery store this week to buy my groceries, and for the first time in over 2 years, I didn't have to wear a mask to walk in the door of the grocery store. And it's weird. I have to say, it's really weird feeling. Lovely, but weird nonetheless. So just, kind of feeling like I'm getting my sea legs in this new post-COVID, hopefully, post-COVID world, and discovering springtime in Paris again.
This is as good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife. And I can feel the sun on my skin, beginning to thaw from within. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today is a good day to live. This morning has so clear a light as any to see the horizon in the far.
It's funny. I think after 2 years of very severe lockdowns and confinements and closed borders, now crowded, there's a different level to it. Like the line has the bar has dropped, and I don't know. Tell me in the comments actually if you have this same feeling. Like, I am so much more sensitive to crowds and to noise now than I think I was before COVID. And so even though the tourist levels are not back to what they were in like 2018, 2019, it feels like, oh my God, there are so many people. And I don't think it's actually true. It's just the perception and the contrast from what it was like, 6 months ago. And speaking of comments, if you like this, please subscribe. It really helps the channel. And click the notification button so you know when the next episode pops up, and hit the like, leave a comment, all that good stuff. I really appreciate it. And it helps us get seen. So on that note, I want to talk to you a little bit about life in Paris. And the perception of life in Paris versus the reality. I get this question a lot about, what is life in Paris like? And I see it on Instagram and it just must be this perfect life. Here's the thing. There is no such thing as a perfect life. No matter where you are. no matter how much money you have, no matter how many loved ones you have around you, no matter what city you live in, no matter what you do. However, there are certain actions that I think we can all take that make life better. One of those actions is shifting perspective. And the best way I know to shift my perspective is to get the fuck out of the house. Every time I do, it makes me feel better. And it's a vicious cycle because when I don't do it, I feel worse, which makes me less likely to do it, which makes me feel worse, and then I go down a spiral. The sun came out, and I had some kind of come to Jesus moments with myself where I realized I don't really want to end up in a body bag anytime soon, and I really do want to make some big, significant changes in my life. And so I got to get my shit together, or back together. So that's what's happening at the moment. I picked up some good habits again. Journaling is key for me in the morning. Just having a couple moments. I don't have to write 3 full pages like The Artist's Way recommends, Julia Cameron's book, which is phenomenal, by the way. If you haven't read it, I highly recommend it. Just writing even a few sentences just to put me in the moment is necessary, as is a solid breakfast that is not a croissant, and connecting with people, even if it's just a phone call or a video chat, or even sometimes even just a text, is really critical, as is exercise. Getting out of the house and taking a walk. Paris is just one of the most perfect places to walk. And every time I do, life is just better. I really hope for you that there's a place where you live that you can go to that resonates with you, that raises your vibration to a place of joy, because it changes everything. I just took my first ever boxing class, and just an aside here, I have wanted to take a boxing class for probably 20 years, like no exaggeration. It's just something I've always been curious about. I get a lot of pent up stress and pent up anger, and I've always thought like hitting a punching bag would be a good idea, a good way to release it, but I've never had the courage to do it, partly because I've always thought I would end up having a heart attack in the middle of the boxing class, and that would not be a good thing. But a boxing gym just opened up really close to my apartment here in Paris, run by the French Boxing Club. And I took a class this weekend, and you guys, it was really fun. I mean, it worked my butt off, but it was just, to be honest, I was so proud of myself for having done it. Like, not just surviving it, but kind of thriving in it. I surprised myself, and that's just so great. You know, when you do something, and it's so interesting. It's kind of like doing dishes. Like, bear with me. I know, like, you think going to a boxing class and doing dishes, like, what's the connection? But let me tell you, the connection is dishes pile up in the sink. And if you're anything like me, you walk by the sink and you look at the sink full of dishes and you go, oh, I should probably address that. And you go, oh, I just don't have time. I don't have time. It's too overwhelming. I'll do it later. And it just, the idea of tackling the pile of dishes just grows bigger and bigger in your brain, or at least it does in my brain. And so I put it off because I don't have time. And then finally, every single time when I actually do it, it's literally 2 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. And every time I go, oh my God, that was so not a huge time commitment. Why did I put it off for so long? And it's kind of the same thing with this boxing class. Like, the idea was, oh my God, it's too big for me. I can't do it. I'm not in good enough shape. I'm gonna hurt myself. Maybe it's not for me. You know, maybe it's too aggressive. Like, all these excuses, building it up into this huge obstacle that had to be overcome for years. And then when I finally crossed the line and took the class, it's no freaking big deal. It's like a yoga class. It's the same thing. It's just that you're hitting a punching bag instead of doing an asana. Same thing. Anyway, it's kind of nice to always be learning, but it's also kind of ridiculous that one has to learn the same lessons over and over and over again in different variations. That's my update for the moment. I would love to know what has been an aha moment for you in the last few weeks. Leave a comment down below. Let me know if it so moves you. Thank you so much for watching. Have a joyful day. Gros bisous. À plus.
Anywhere you go, give it on. Anywhere you say.